Home. Deb Marcello is joining us this morning, and we're talking about keeping track of our New Year's resolutions. Good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well, so I haven't
Awesome.
thought about my resolution since January.
Exactly.
Which is what I think happens to most people. But we're talking about New Year's resolutions for our older loved ones and kind of keeping those priorities in our life to make their lives better.
Right. And looking at and revisiting what we talked about 6 months ago, setting those goals, writing down a plan, executing that plan, just to keep on track with it. So this is why I suggested to write them down 6 months ago.
Yeah.
So moving forward, you could actually look at them and see if you've accomplished things, if there's something. As a nurse, we document and then we revisit, see if there's something that needs to be adjusted or changed as well.
So if you've got that list, which we were supposed to do, if you remember, if you've got that list, when you go back to it, what are the steps you should take when looking at it? See kind of where you are, where you're at, where you can maybe adjust or improve?
Right. So we talked about family traditions. These things are things that can enrich the lives of not only our senior loved ones, but the family around them as well. So if we look at family traditions, I talked about actually looking at what kinds of traditions, maybe for the holidays, your culture, things that you would want your family to continue on to do as maybe we pass and time goes on. I think about our Sunday dinners and how it brings our family together. So actually writing those things down and looking at a calendar, planning things out, and so that helps your family to stay connected with your culture.
It's making the most of that time together too. You also say share your life experiences and life lessons, which I think we kind of get caught up in the day-to-day and forget about these important things.
Yeah, and especially our older loved ones are such a wealth of knowledge. The things that they've gone through, and even if we reflect on just the challenges that we've had and how those life lessons can help our children and our loved ones. So having those experiences and writing them down, just journaling your memoirs, and the things that maybe your challenges you've gone through, the lessons you've gleaned from them, but it doesn't have to be always life lessons. It can be sharing fun things from when you were younger, maybe your courtship with your husband or wife and what that was like. So this way, moving into the future, they have these things written down and they can either sit down with you and read them and ask more questions about it, because you're right, as time goes on, we lose track of those things. And being able to ask questions of your loved one, your older loved one, it not only helps you to connect with them, but they feel good and it enriches their lives to be able to share those things, and that you're showing interest in what their life was like as they were growing up.
And you're creating new memories with those conversations as well.
Yes.
Which is important. You also say complete a bucket list item.
Yeah, I mean, time goes on and we always say, wow, I wish that I did that.
Yeah, I had done this,
Right, write your bucket list down. Number it 1 to 10, whatever your priority is. Make sure that you're looking and revisiting that bucket list. So writing it down helps to make it real, and being able to focus on, okay, I'm going to do this one first, and in order to accomplish this, these are the steps that I need to get to it. And putting that on your calendar and your schedule, because as time goes by, we look back and it's like, wow, it's July already. How am I going to squeeze all my summer activities into the summer? So making sure that you're revisiting these things, because life passes by very quickly.
We've really learned that in the last 2.5 years too, is the future is so unpredictable, living through COVID and seeing all of this, and many people losing loved ones. How important are these steps in terms of connecting to your older loved ones and making both your life and their life the best it can be with whatever time they have left?
Yeah, it's so important to especially write things down, because we have a book with Happier at Home that we give some of our patients, and it steps them through some of their life, kind of those milestones, and writing down their thoughts around it not only helps to connect them to their younger generations, but it also helps their memory. So it jogs their memory, increases that cognitive ability. So those things, it's good for your mental, your physical well-being, emotional, and connecting with your family.
Beneficial in many ways.
Yes.
Deb, always good to see you. Thank you for coming in this morning.
Great to see you.
All right, we will be right back.